The Malt Liquor Project looks at Spaten Optimator. The Malt Liquor Project, what you know about that? Spaten Optimator, what you know about that? Introduced some point in history. The Spaten company has been brewing in München, Germany since 1397, in the days of the Heiliges Römische Reich. The Heiliges Römische Reich, the Holy Roman Empire of the German nation, the First Reich. That's how old this company is. Spaten, that means two spades. See the shovels? Doppelbock, or as it says on the side of the bottle here, for legal purposes, malt liquor. And I love to look at the arguments with the malt liquor people. They'll say, oh, and it's about 8:10 a.m. right now. It's very sunny, clear, it's warming up. It got down to about 53 degrees this morning. It'll get up to about 78 today. They're doing construction next door. We have to deal with those noises. But at least that old dilapidated house is being reconstituted, and it's going to look great. All right, anyway, you'll see the malt liquor people saying, that's not a malt liquor, it's a high gravity lager, or stuff like that. We'll try to teach this lesson again this morning. Back in the 1940s, late 40s, when cliques came out, and then later in 1951 with the first nationwide malt liquor country club, there was a problem. Okay, since the days of Prohibition, post-Prohibition, 1933, the U.S. trade regulations do not allow beer generally. Now, some things get through. It's usually from Europe. You'll see European beers above 5% saying beer. But above 5%, it cannot be beer. But it can be lager or high gravity lager, which just means extra strong, or malt liquor. See, these are terms invented by brewers to skirt the ridiculous regulations. Texas has these onerous regulations, so they often say ale. It'll even say on the can, ale in Texas. Even though the beer is not in ale, they just can't say the word beer. So there is the reason for malt liquor, okay? In Canada and other Commonwealth realms like Australia, the United Kingdom, New Zealand, they're not going to use the term malt liquor generally. They'll just say extra strong beer. Here it's Schlitz malt liquor. Across the border in Canada, it's called Schlitz extra strong. Can't even say strong in America because you can't. They don't want to promote. They say they don't want to promote alcoholism or drinking, heavy drinking. So you notice that the malt liquor companies will use, malt liquor producers will use like implied terms, right? Like Bull, Magnum, and those types, Colt 45. So things that denote power, Silver Thunder. So it's like telling you it's strong without telling you it's strong. The Carlsberg Elephant, right? So all of that is the same thing. Optimator, which is a term developed from the original malt liquor, the Paulaner Salvator. This is a Doppelbock, a Doppelbock Dunkel, meaning, okay, going back to this malt liquor concept. In Germany, they invented goat beer, Bock, okay, Bock, goat. What does goat have to do with beer? Nothing, but it's strong, it will kick you, you get the connotation going back hundreds of years. This is a Dunkel, it's dark. It's a Doppelbock, meaning it's double strong. Bocks can be in the 4.5% range, usually in the 5 or 6%. Once you get above 7, 6.9, you get above 6.9 now, you're in the Doppelbock. Two types, Dunkel, dark, or Helles, bright. This would be an example of an American adjunct Helles Doppelbock, Icehouse Edge, because it's 8%, it's strong lager. Can a malt liquor be an ale? Yes, they can be. I've seen ales from Europe labeled malt liquor. Simply means extra strong beer. Here's Ziegenbock, amber. This is an amber bock, okay? Ziegenbock means billy goat, okay? So billy goat amber beer. All right. And Texas has lots of bocks because Texas was heavily settled by German immigrants, especially in, you know, your Fredericksburg area, your Austin, west of Austin. You go out there, they have their German festivals and all of that. So it's a beautiful label here. Spaten got the foil 500 milliliter bottle. It is brewed in Germany. Spaten-Bräu, Munich, Germany. Also owned by InBev, who bought out the company back years ago, just like they bought Anheuser-Busch in 2008. But this is an import. Apparently, though, it is only brewed for the U.S. market, or maybe North American market, not supposedly sold in Germany. And if you look on the Spaten German website, Spaten, I think it's .de, Deutschland, they don't list the Optimator. This beer gets a very good score on Beer Advocate. The bros say it's very good. Rate Beer gives it 96 out of 100 and a 98 out of 100 for the style. It's one of the most highly rated beers on the planet. Look at that beautiful cream-colored head. It's like a rust brown with the sun shining right at me. From that angle, it's more just dark brown. I've had this a few times. It's so rich and full flavored, and it's a full nose. And it's about $2.19 a bottle, I think, for that. You can buy the 6 packs of the 12-ounce bottles. Yeah, it's like bread crust, syrupy. Now, this flavor is not going to be for everybody, right? It's strong. It's slightly cloying or gamey, like I say with malt liquors. They're gamey. They have that kind of wanky flavor, you know. It's coming from those thick, heavy malts. These are malt bombs. Or in the case of Ice House Edge, it's a malt and corn syrup bomb, right? And a Ziegenbock, you know, that's going to be very mild. So if you want to get into the Bock lifestyle, you might want to start with something mild like Ziegenbock, or even more so Steiner Bock, which to me is hardly a Bock. It's like sweet, almost slightly spiced, and I guess it's coming from the hops, brown bread. Now this Bock here, Doppelbock, is made with no adjuncts, no corn or rice. Another famous one from Europe is your Birra Moretti La Rosa, meaning the rose, because it's reddish. It's 7%. This is 7.6%. So it's very strong. I can't remember the IBUs. They were showing it on the Spaten website. I'll post that down below. I think they were saying 25 or something like that, but I glanced at it and I forgot to remember. You know, I forgot to remember, right? I forgot to record it. But it's okay. I'll post that up. Yeah, I'm thinking 25, but I'll look. Those guys up there working, you know, I can see them drinking Bud Light every now and then, and you know, that's a very mild lager. If you're going to do construction work, I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend drinking it all, but you know, they're doing it. But if they drank this, there'd be a lot of injuries. It's just going to sneak up on you. You're drinking it, it's going to kick you like a goat. Like a billy goat, like a ram. Okay, so great beer. Great malt liquor, whatever you want to call it, but that's what it is. So, le bon temps roulé. I want you to join this malt liquor project. If you want to. Thanks for watching this video production.